Coming up, a week after the election, the race for Spokane City Council District 1 still razor thin, leading to questions about a recount. We are breaking down what triggers one here in Spokane County. And incidents regarding harassment and bullying leading the Coeur d'Alene School District to discuss policy revisions.
Scattered showers move out, but mild temperatures stick around until big changes arrive later this week.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. New election results tonight in the race for Spokane City Council District 1. Right now, challenger Sarah Dixit continues to hold that narrow lead over incumbent Jonathan Bingle. The two candidates now separated by 156 votes. According to the Spokane County website, all votes are accounted for. So with these new tallies and 100% of returns counted, it is still a close race, but as KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy explains, not one that will require a recount. Shannon?
Tonight, I confirmed with Auditor Vicki Dalton those new results do not trigger an automatic recount under the state's election rules. At this point, Dixit leads by more than 150 votes, but to trigger a mandatory recount, the difference between candidates must also be less than 0.5%. Dixit's lead is now well over 1%. Dalton says a recount could still happen if a candidate asks for one, but says that process will cost them. She says the deposit just to request a recount for this race would be more than $3,200, and the price tag to actually complete the new tallies of votes would be much more expensive. Dalton says historically recounts also seldom change the outcome.
And in the last several years, we've had almost no differences whatsoever between the machine count, the main machine count that we certify, and then the recount, whether that recount's done by machine or done by hand, the numbers come out the same. So we've got a really good system.
The election is set to be certified November 25th. Now, if a candidate did request a recount, it could not happen until after certification and the Thanksgiving holiday, so likely it would happen in early December. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. The Spokane Public Library says its services might change next year if funding doesn't come through. They say the city reduced their funding by 5% this year, and it looks to be the same for next year. The library says if that budget goes through, they'd have to cut back on services and hours. The City of Spokane budget funds 82% of the library's running costs. The Library Board of Trustees is asking City Council to give them an extra 15% next year to make up for what they lost this year. Well, some sad news for basketball fans, in particular Seattle Supersonics fans. Team legend and NBA Hall of Famer Lenny Wilkins passed away yesterday. The 9-time All-Star was a player-coach for 4 seasons, 3 with the Sonics, 1 with the Portland Trail Blazers, before moving full-time into coaching. He led the Sonics to a 1979 NBA title and was the Coach of the Year with the Atlanta Hawks back in 1994. His statue is cemented outside of Seattle's Climate Pledge Arena. Wilkins was 88 years old. All right, let's switch gears for a bit and talk weather on this Monday with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy the Good. Jeremy, still trying to adjust to how dark it is now at 5 o'clock at night.
I know, sunset now before 4:20 p.m. Kind of sad the way that works, and in just a few weeks, it'll be before 4 p.m. So get used to it. The great dark is here. 43 degrees and those temperatures dropping quick. When I came in today, 47. By now, 43, and I'm going, all right, I'm gonna have to bring the coat out when I come out for the 6. There's all that rain. It's actually not too far to the south, still coming down over the Silver Valley, coming down in Pullman and Moscow, and working its way down toward Lewiston. It is a slow-moving band of showers. Those slow showers are going to eventually work out tonight. Tomorrow, I think we wake up to a bit of patchy fog to start the day. It's just that weather pattern for us. So we wake up to patchy fog, maybe see a couple of breaks in sun later in the day, but our next round of rain moves in on Wednesday. Looks to be early in the day. By the time you head out the door for work, might just be a few wet roads and some road spray. No real rain coming down. Should move out by the afternoon, and we should maybe see a little bit of sun in the afternoon, but we thought we'd see some today as well. So tomorrow, trends a little bit cooler with that fog. Wednesday, a few scattered showers. Thursday, the real rain arrives, but look what it does to our temps. A high in the 50s.
Back in with you later in the show. Tonight, changes to Coeur d'Alene's public schools harassment and bullying policy are being introduced to the school board. You might recall Coeur d'Alene police shared this security video from downtown Coeur d'Alene last year. A man appears to racially harass the Utah women's basketball team while they were in town competing in the March Madness tournament. Incidents like this prompted that proposed change to the Coeur d'Alene School District's policy. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley shares how the revised policy seeks to educate and hold its students accountable.
After some serious incidents of harassment in the Coeur d'Alene community last year, the school district formed a task force to revamp its bullying and harassment policy. The goal? To clarify expectations, promote restorative practices, and ensure accountability. Recent moments like this put Coeur d'Alene in the national headlines. While city leaders at the time called for accountability, Coeur d'Alene Public Schools began taking its own steps to ensure a welcoming and safe district.
And I don't think those incidences that occurred were things that our community just wasn't looking at those in a favorable light.
Trent Derrick with Coeur d'Alene Public Schools says these incidents prompted bigger conversations about revising its harassment and bullying policy. Under proposed changes, instead of focusing mainly on disciplining students who cause harm, the updated policy emphasizes supporting students who have been harmed.
Let's ask them some immediate questions. Let's make sure that they're feeling supportive.
Derrick says while this revision adds an educational approach, it keeps accountability measures intact. The updated version also includes a link to an anonymous tip form, See Tell Now. It's a reporting tool Idaho made available to public schools a few years ago, and it's currently on the district's website. The district says putting it in black and white makes it a more visible tool. The revised version of the school board's harassment and bullying policy isn't set in stone just yet. The school board will take its first look at the revisions, and then it wants feedback from the community, parents, and students before a final decision is made. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
So the first time it was full, it was gone within 2 days. And then the second time we filled it, it was gone within an hour.
As uncertainty and confusion surrounding SNAP benefits continues, the Spokane community is stepping up to help others in need. Plus, Veterans Day is tomorrow, and we're bringing you some of the local events celebrating our nation's servicemen and women.